you had a good night's sleep. I know I did. I have a lot of stuff to do today. I will be not necessarily working in the business on clients. I actually have just one this afternoon, but I'll be working a lot on the business. So a bunch of errands to run, places to go, get stuff done, but I have a surprise for you. Okay? I got the keys. Look at that. This is going to be my new classroom, you guys. My new classroom. I think a lot of you thought I was going to be moving back into a studio, but no, that is not the case. This is my new classroom. Okay, I'm super excited. I am going to order, well, okay, you saw the floor. It obviously needs some work and it's ugly. So I'm gonna order some vinyl flooring from Home Depot. And when that gets in, I'm gonna have maintenance man Bob install it for me. He's kind enough to install it for me for really, really cheap. So right now I'm gonna go to my storage to kind of pull some stuff out that I know I want to put into my classroom. I'm so excited. I have a classroom where I can teach more than one student. And also I want to help other estheticians that are in a small space, but they really desperately want to teach their own classes and they just need a place to host their classes. So I want to open that up for other estheticians as well. In the meantime, let's go to my storage unit and see what I can pull out to get into the classroom. The bummer thing is there's no elevator. It's only stairs, short stairs, but still some of the stuff I have to bring in there is kind of heavy. It's on wheels, but it's heavy. Anyway, let's just go to the storage. Let's see what I got. I also want to get rid of that storage unit too. I need to get rid of it. So there will be things I need to throw away and also things that I'll be taking out of storage to put into the classroom. So let's go. Here is my storage unit. There's no lights in here, but you kind of see what's going on here. Gonna get rid of all this stuff. All right, so for sure I'm going to need this cart. This is from my Redondo Beach studio. I need 2 of them, so I ordered one. Well, I will be ordering one on Amazon. Let's see what else. This is actually my manicuring table, which I've never used. But I'm going to use it as a desk, I believe. I think I'm going to use it as a desk. This thing is really heavy too. I'm gonna be struggling. Well, maybe, no, the drawers don't even come out, except this one, top one, but I'll have to get it up there. So those 2 things, for sure. Some of this stuff I'm gonna throw away, and some of the stuff will go in my home. Some will be donated. And some stuff, even though it's very, very useful, I'll just have to close my eyes and throw it away. Because when you don't do that, you start keeping stuff. At least I do. I'll start putting it in different piles, and then it just becomes a new pile. So I wish I could just come in here and close my eyes and throw stuff away not look twice. But we'll see. So I'm not going to bore you guys with the rest of this stuff. I'm going to pull out a few things and then I'll meet back up with you at the office, at our new classroom, okay? All right, I have 2 hours, actually less than 2 hours, to drop this stuff off. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in my stuff and put it in this corner for right now. So this is just some stuff that I got out of storage for right now. I'm gonna just sweep up this floor just so I can dream a little bit. I'm going to push that cart up against this wall because I think that's where it's gonna be. 2 of them will be right here, but while I have 1 of them, I just wanna take a look and see what that's gonna look like. So let me sweep up really quickly, okay? Okay, so I swept everything in the center of the room. So let me just move this cart, just see what it's gonna look like. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have 2 beds. So for the classroom, it would be good for those that have small classes, those that have 4, at maximum 4 students. So I'll have 2 beds, well, 1 bed on this wall and the other bed on that wall, and the 2 trolley carts in the center. And then when you're ready to do the services on the models, you'll just have to scoot the beds a little bit closer to the carts, I think, I'm not sure. And then there'll be 4 chairs for the students to sit on. They'll be on wheels, so you can just roll around and sit wherever you want, so they're not restricted to, you know, a table of 4 people, especially for those that want to still remain 6 feet apart. So I think it's smart to have one of those chairs that have like a little desk, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna order that as well. I'm not sure where it's all gonna go. And in this corner here, behind this door, is gonna be my table for refreshments. So probably like a coffee maker, some snacks over here. My chalkboard that's on wheels will probably live right here. And then in this corner here will be my desk. My desk and a chair, and I think a television on the wall. I'm really not sure yet. Maybe the TV will be on a cart on wheels, I'm not sure, but something over here. So anyway, I am going to get out of here. I've got to see a client, and then I'm going to do a nail care workshop for the Look Good, Feel Better Foundation for those that have cancer. So I will probably meet back up with you either in the van or at home, okay?
How did we forget your appointment?
What? Okay, I'm all done with my last fill. So now I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then I'm going to do this nail care presentation for the Look Good, Feel Better Foundation. Again, it's for those that are going through cancer treatment. So I'm gonna do that. And then if you guys are still interested in the Joshua Code, I'm gonna get back on here later and talk about that. And we'll just go from there, okay? Hello, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Monique Powers, and I am a workshop facilitator and also a licensed esthetician for the Look Good, Feel Better program. It's a free, non-medical, and product-neutral program that provides instruction to help you cope with the appearance-related side effects of your cancer treatment. Go to a place that will do dry manicures and dry pedicures, because that will eliminate them filing off any live skin. Camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing as you are following along, or if you just want to take some notes, the focus will be on my hands so you can see what I'm doing, okay? I'm ready to start the demonstration. I'm going to start by cleaning my hands. Since I'm not near a sink, I will use some hand sanitizer. See when you start in the center. Huh?
I always forget the base coat. That's why they were messed up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a very good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Great job.
Thank you.
Talk to you later, Monique.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much for sticking with me thus far. I'm telling you, if I did not volunteer for the Look Good, Feel Better program, my nails would never get done. And I'm actually getting better and better at doing it each time. So now let's move on to the Joshua Code. And I was thinking, I'm probably not going to share the Joshua Code every single week like I didn't last week. And it was partly due because I didn't memorize the entire scripture. I only did the first half of it. And I was just thinking that I honestly wasn't even compelled to share too. So that was maybe part of the reason. I'm not sure, but I think I'm not going to share every single week. For those of you that are new to my channel, at the beginning of the year, I started reading, or I made a commitment to read this book called The Joshua Code. And it's basically 52 scriptures that every Christian should know. And I was on a mission to share it with all of you as well. But now I'm kind of rethinking that. Not that I won't share it at all, but just when I'm really compelled to share it. And when I've really gotten something deep, deep out of it, I just really want to share it with you guys. And maybe it will be every single week. Maybe it won't. So I just want to let you guys know, don't be surprised if I don't share it every single week. Okay? All right, so this week is Matthew 7:7. And it reads, I do have this one memorized. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. And when I first thought about that scripture, I was thinking about how God is not like a genie in a bottle, you know, ask, seek, knock, you know, like 3 wishes. That he's not like a genie in a bottle. And also, you know, sometimes when we go to God, or at least me, I don't know if you guys feel this way too, that maybe you feel like the prayer wasn't answered when in fact it probably was answered. Sometimes God's answer is just no. It could be yes, it could be no, it could be not right now, or it could be that he'll answer a prayer in a way that you didn't suspect. Maybe it wasn't answered in the way that you thought it would be. And reading the Joshua Code, it's, as I've said before, it's very short chapters. It's like 3 pages. 3 pages. And in this particular chapter regarding this scripture, Matthew 7:7, he goes on to talk about how there's 3 levels of prayer based on this scripture. So he says, like, if we don't know God's will, then no, if we do know God's will, then we should ask. So that would be the first level, to ask and you will receive. And then if we don't know God's will, then we should seek, kind of seek what God's will is. And then he says, if we know God's will, but the answer has not yet come, then we should continue to knock and ask. Knocking, another form of just being persistent, just to persevere and trying to figure out, not even figure out, but find out what God's will is. And also it reminded me that no matter what the answer is to my prayers, that it's always going to be according to God's will, not according to my will or what I want. Because sometimes, we could be asking for things that's not in God's will. It's not beneficial for us. It's going to do more harm than good. And God's just flat out not going to answer those kind of prayers. The answer is going to be no. Actually, he is going to answer. The answer will be no. It will not be in your favor. God will always answer your prayers. God will never not answer your prayers. So let me retract that. He will answer your prayers. It may not always be what you want or in your favor, but he will answer them, and it will always be according to his will. So that's what I learned reading this particular chapter. It's just the 3 levels of prayer. And I was just wondering if there's anyone, listening to me right now, do you have a problem asking for help? Because I would imagine if we had a problem, if anyone had a problem, a Christian having a problem asking for help, does that mean you also have a problem asking God for help? Because I believe everything that we do according to our relationship with God, everything that we do stems from a relationship with God. So if we have a hard time asking God for things, we might have a hard time asking other people for things or for help or assistance. And I just want to encourage people to just kind of move past that and try your best to be vulnerable, because it does take part of us to be vulnerable in order to ask for help. So anyway, I just learned those 3 things about prayer that I'm going to really be thinking about, do I do all 3 of those levels of prayer, or do I stop? Do I stop at just asking? Do I stop at just seeking? Do I go all the way and continue to be persistent and continue just to, knock on God's door and ask, what his will is for my life? So just wondering if you guys got the same kind of insight that I did, or maybe something else in reading this particular chapter, Matthew 7:7. If you did, please leave a comment below. And in the meantime, I'm going to jump off here and say good night. And I definitely look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And also, I'm going to be dropping a video every Tuesday. So every Tuesday, instead of every 4 days, every Tuesday, I will be dropping a new video. All right, so I'll see you then. Good night.